Alright guys, it's been a while. Maybe not to you, because I probably won't have a gap in the videos, but it's actually been 3 months between the last video and this one. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update, because things are slowing down here now, so I can probably do a bit more videoing. It's the worst thing, because it's like my busiest months and the coolest stuff's going on, but I'm flat out, and the last thing I think about doing is picking up the camera. And some funny stuff's happened, and it would actually make some good episodes, because when shit goes wrong it's always funny, but the last thing you think is like, oh, the old bulldozer's just shat itself, let's grab the camera in this situation where I've got an hour to try and get the track ready. So yeah, it hasn't really been working out, but basically we've been, so it was Christmas when you last saw me, and now it's April, so we had a real good December with like my locals and my regulars keep coming back, which is always nice to see. And then yeah, like the Christmas holidays, straight after Christmas, all the international riders come down. So you got like, first off we had like all the schools, English schools, Dutch and Belgian, come down and they like rent the track privately and do their schools. So that was real hectic. Like the couple of days between Christmas and New Year was flat out, back-to-back private hires. And then January's like pro season, so you got all the teams and international riders, so it was busy. It was like I was doing pretty much 4 or 5 days a week, so I'll do a Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday was basically what I was doing, and sometimes it would be an extra day in there somewhere. But yeah, so that was hectic. We had pretty much all of the MXGP teams that were here in Spain, they all were coming up. I was doing like a Thursday pro day where I'd leave it rough from the Wednesday, and then they would all come up and ride it on the Thursday, so that was cool, seeing like all the teams here at once all going around together. Yeah, we had a lot of fog, like a week of fog, and then we had like 2.5 weeks of frozen temperatures. Like the nights were just getting down to like -4, so I couldn't open the track until like lunchtime. So yeah, I was opening it, like doing a 12 till 6 day, waiting for it to thaw out and then rip it and then get it ready for whoever was coming at 12 o'clock. So that was hectic. And then, so that was January, and then the end of January I had my tractor, the old John Deere, broke down. I lost reverse gear on it, and it was right before I had a 3-day stretch. I had factory KTM on a Tuesday, Wednesday open day, and then Yamaha on a Thursday, and it broke down on the Monday night. So yeah, I called up one of the local guys here. He's real good to me, Carlos. He always looks after me, and I said, Carlos, have you got a tractor and a Bowser I can borrow? Actually, I just asked for his tractor first. And he was like, yeah, it took me up, and it was this little Massey Ferguson open top tractor. And I went up to the top of town, it was pitch black at 9 o'clock at night. Jumped in this tractor that I'd never driven, bearing in mind I've only ever driven my tractor, and I hardly drive that. And yeah, I jumped in that, drove it down here, he followed me down, went up to go and put the Bowser on, it's different like attachment. So he was like, right, he goes, you can come and use my Bowser, but it's down in Vinebra, which is 10 kilometres down the mountain road. So I put my ski coat on, got my hat on, drove this tractor 10 miles, 10 kilometres down the mountain road, hooked up his Bowser, drove it all the way back up, started Bowsering, was probably going until 2 in the morning watering, and then yeah, that saved me for the 2 nights that I needed it, so I'm getting the track ready for till Thursday. And then I was like, I need to find a bigger tractor, because that one wouldn't handle my power harrow, my ripper. So then I was asking around everyone, no one wanted to give me one without them using it, which is understandable, no one really knows me. Anyway, then this one guy, Moses, he was like, yeah, he goes, you can use my tractor, rent it off me. A big New Holland 180 horsepower beast. So yeah, I rented that off them for a week, but it was super expensive, and got me out of trouble, which was good. And then at the end of the week I was like, oh, I can't afford to pay that when we go back in. Now we're into February, just going back to normal 3 days a week. And luckily and nice enough, he did me a deal. He didn't need it till May, and he was like, look, you just pay me, have it when you want it, have it till you want it. And so that's what I did. So I ran all the way through February, which was good. We had like more of like the holiday goers then. Once the pros left, it was more like the later championship, the people that ride normal championships that don't start until March, April. So that was good. We had good February, and then got to March, and we just started out March, and then the rains came. We had a lot of rain, finally, which it was a bit catch-22 for me, because we needed the rain because it was dry as hell everywhere here. It was dry. The reservoir up in town was literally so low, so they really needed the water. But for me, if you have like one of the big storms, like a good 12 mil of water come down in 2 hours, it just floods the place, just absolutely floods it. So I had to close, but luckily I was going skiing that week. My family came over and we went skiing for a week in Andorra. So yeah, what didn't work out too bad, but then we come back and then I had to close another weekend because of the rain, and I'm like, oh, I can't keep renting this tractor and being closed, because I just can't afford to be paying the rent on it and not making any money. So I had to give that tractor back, and then I've been waiting for my tractor to be fixed again, which has just been so stressful, being closed in March, and like I haven't got a long left until it gets hot where I'll have to close anyway. So it's just been trying to get this tractor back, and finally it's coming back today. So we're excited. Get the tractor back today, get back open throughout April and hopefully into May. Bungui, shush. Shush. So yeah, get the tractor back today, and we're going to go see how we get on and open up tomorrow. And hopefully have a good couple of weeks trying to make some money back. Because that tractor has been the bane of my life. Like, we would be in a whole different situation here on the land if we hadn't have had the problems that we've had with that tractor. So yeah, so I went and saw the guy yesterday, and he was like, this tractor is a disaster. He said the guy that sold you to it, he knew what he was doing. Obviously there's a big story behind where I bought it from, and all that, like getting stitched up by a mafia family here. And they sold me a tractor that didn't work, and spent, what did I spend, 14,000 euros getting it fixed the first time, and that's only been nearly 18 months before I've just had to spend the same again to get it fixed. So yeah, not good, and very stressful, but they say you have to go through this to get to the good times, so that's what we're doing. So yeah, I'm going to get the track prep today, and we'll open up tomorrow and show you a bit of riding again. Yeah, spring has been good to the land. Everything's green and coming to life, and been trying to keep on top of it, but literally all we've had, because I've had no tractor that can fit my little mower on, all we've had is the strimmer and our little sit-on mower, our little Husqvarna sit-on mower. So we've been trying to keep on top of it as best we can. Obviously the track definitely needs a cut, but I can't do that with the sit-on mower, because it'll just take about a week. So yeah, hopefully give it a cut today before I have to start prepping the track. That'll be good. But everywhere else is starting to look really nice. We've got a couple of new little benches I've made up here. I'll show you, a little walkway. Because a lot of the locals, when they come up, I think they feel intimidated to come and park down where all the bikes and that everyone's parked. So they always just park at the top and then walk kind of to here. And I always see a lot of them just standing up here, just watching the bikes. So I thought I'd put in, got a lot of dead trees falling. So I've just been cutting up all the dead wood. Just made a couple of little perches, which are cool. So you can literally sit here and see the whole track. So it's been cool seeing the actual locals use them. Like the other day I had like 6 people, 3 on that one and 3 on this one, all just sat drinking their beers watching the riding, which was really cool. And that's what it's about. I want to keep the locals happy, and it's there for them to enjoy on the weekend, something different. around here. Yeah, all looking nice and green. That track's a bit overgrown, but it will look nice once it's been cut, which will definitely be this week. Here we go then, she's back. The old girl, back from the doctors. She's, yeah, definitely working. Definitely temperamental. I want to be gentle with her. I don't know if it's temperamental, but maybe it's all because all the gears are new, but you definitely have to be precise on what gears you're going in and stuff. So I just chucked the mower on to give her a little test run. And the grass does need cutting. So that was good. He's fixed the aircon for me, so it's nice and cool in there now. My the off cable to turn it off on to cut the fuel line. He replaced that because I broke my last one, so that's nice. So yeah, she's running good. It was such a bummer, like not having it for the last 7 weeks. Like, it was expensive trouble, let's say, but we'll get it back and see if we can have a good month open now. Obviously it's going to get hotter and drier, so we've just got to try our best really. So yeah, I'm going to put the ripper on now, I think, or maybe do a bit more cutting and then put the ripper on and rip the old track up ready for tomorrow. Yeah, glad she's back. It's funny because when it broke down, we just thought it was like a quick fix, maybe one of the linkages, like we just couldn't get it in reverse because I'd spent all the money on the gearbox before. Just thought it was like one of the linkages, yeah. And I text Chavi, the guy that did all the work on it before, and he said, oh, it's got to be an external problem, can't be internal, like we've replaced pretty much everything in there. So I was literally trying to find a garage that would just take it and be able to quickly look at it, maybe in for like a week. And nowhere really had the time, or around here there wasn't big enough garages that could take this, and it was all a work up. Anyway, we found one place. A couple people said don't go there, but it was already a bit too late. The tractor was already on its way there. Anyway, he took it, couldn't find the issue, ended up near on splitting it. Well, he did split the tractor in half, and then said, oh no, it's fucked, the tractor's fucked. You need 15 grand to fix it, you might as well scrap it. Anyway, I went down there, looked at the garage, and it was pretty much a scrap yard. So that was what he was aiming for me to do, was just to scrap the tractor so he could weigh it in properly and use all the parts himself. So I got Chavi to come and collect it, which was a bit of drama. They had a bit of an argument, the two mechanics between them. And then, yeah, Chavi's had it for a month and got it all fixed. So I'm tempted to send him a video and say, look, tractor's fixed. But I don't think he was much of a mechanic, and he didn't know if it was going to be good or bad, so can't blame him too much. But yeah, she's back. Finally. Wow, that was a big one. Jesus. Had to put so much water on the track. It was just so dry and just soaking straight in. I did like 3 loads at like 5 PM. And by the time I was like coming back down to fill back up, it was already gone, like drying up. So I left it an hour and a half until the sun dropped down the mountain. Started back at like 7 and then finished at 3 o'clock this morning. That was not fun. But yeah, it's got some moisture in, still not loads, but considering what it was like yesterday, it's should be alright. The only thing I'm worried about is some of these bigger bits that are quite hard. But yeah, it looks a hell of a lot better. But yeah, finishing at 3 and then up at 5 to do the power harrowing and put a little bit more water on was rough and not fun at all. So I'm going to put some water on more tonight and then tomorrow and then the next day, so then it doesn't mean such a big one on Friday night for Saturday. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, the old tractor worked all right. Got us through the night, which was good. Yeah, back to it. I reckon hopefully we can get through the whole of April. If we can get through the whole of April, I'll be happy. May will be an absolute bonus. We'll see how the sprinklers go. That will save me a bit, but yeah, that's the plan. I'll try and get you guys some riding clips because you haven't had many on the old channel, considering we run a motocross track. I think I've done 2 or 3 videos of actual riding in. But like today, there's only 3 people here. It's always hard to guess or know how many are going to come. But there's a few things that like don't help the situation, like only posting on Monday evening. Yeah, open Wednesday, and then so busy yesterday that I didn't post anything to say that it was open again today. So unless they see that post on Monday and the story, that's all they know. But say that, sometimes I do the same thing and might get 40 people turn up on a Saturday. But it's quite good because where the track needed so much water, it's still real hard. So it's not too bad for just 3 of them. So yeah, we'll get some clips of some riding for you. One nice thing about having just a couple of guys here means I can get on with a couple of other jobs. Like I've just got loads of strimming to do, so I can just be doing my strimming while they're riding around, which is nice. So you can easily keep an eye on 3 people going around. You can see everything's getting green and weedy. It's always quite funny when I get some clips for like you guys on YouTube, because that's all on the GoPro, and then I got my camera that I use to make reels on for Instagram and take photos, and then I got my phone that I take videos for stories. So got like 3 different things to try and get the same clip. Media guy, eh? Media guy. And then I do stupid stuff like that, where I take a sick photo, go to look back at it and it says no memory card. I'd like it if it told me that before I took the photo. Probably does in the top corner of the camera. Oh yeah, I got another update for the old update video. Seeing as we're on that kind of topic, the dirt that we moved to go up on the mountain section for that video, I've got a load of grass seed and I put it all down where we got the dirt from, and it's all starting to spring up. It needs watering again. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro. It's starting to come up. Super dry at the moment, so I'm going to water it in a minute once everyone's gone. But yeah, it's good to see it starting to come. It's everywhere. So hopefully we can get that section nice and green again. Norman, the guy that helped us move all the dirt, his friend works at the garden centre in the town down the road. So we spoke to him and said, what kind of seed do you recommend? So he thought about it for a while and then chose a seed for me, and that's what we went for, and it seems to be working so far. We'll see how long it lasts in the summer. Cool. Oh. Hike up that jump. More trees are coming down still, every time it's windy. So we're clearing them slowly. As they come down, we just pile them all up. Haven't got to these ones yet. But it's getting so green up here now. And more and more little pine trees are growing. See if there's any I can see up here. Hold on. Pine tree there, look. So that's cool. All coming back to life. That was quite a tough clip because I was like this, GoPro in one hand, and I went whoop, with my phone as well. And you don't know which screen to look through when they're coming. See if I'll get one from studio, see how that looks. Facing the sun, so he's like a silhouette. Here comes G-Banger. And that's it, day done. Bit of an update video for you. Bit of riding clips, which you haven't seen for a while. Yeah, I'm sure you'll hear a few more stories from our crazy season over the next couple of videos, because there was a lot of them. It's a shame, there's not a fly on the wall the whole time that can just see it all as it unfolds, because that would make the good viewing. But when you're in it, the last thing I think about is getting the camera out when I'm up shit creek without a paddle. So yeah, try and get a few more videos of the goings on before the season ends, and then into some projects over the summer and bits and bobs. But yeah, See you in the next one.